Hi, I'm Asnith, and today I'm going to be making for you a easy recipe. Actually, I'm going to be making my version of spicy ramen noodles. It's very easy to make and very quick, so I'm just going to jump right into it. So for my ingredients, I use a zucchini to make the pasta, cucumbers to kind of just add more flavoring, green onion, garlic, and at the end I'm going to add half an avocado to eat with it because of the spice. So to season it, I'm going to be using hot chili peppers. Now I got this from the Asian market because I find that the American version and the Asian version is kind of different. To me this tastes much better, it's much spicier. Also I'm going to be using Bragg's, sesame oil, maple syrup, some sea salt, also gloves. So prior to videotaping the segment for the ramen noodles, I cut up my the ingredients that I'm going to be using already. So the first thing I did is cut up cucumbers. After cutting up the cucumbers, I also added less than half a teaspoon of salt. I took it and I just massaged the salt on there and I let it sit for about 10 minutes. So this is my first ingredient. I have a bowl down here that I'm just going to pour all the ingredients into. Okay, so with doing the cucumbers, I kind of add the seasoning right along with the cucumbers because it gives it the pop for the whole dish. So I'm going to pour that in first. Okay, so the next thing I add is the chili powder. Now, this can be spicy. It probably would be a good idea to use no more than like a tablespoon, but for me, much more than that. I really do just like to cover it. And if you do not like spice, just add a pinch of it. So that has to be at least a quarter cup of the chili pepper. So then I put my gloves on. And this is probably the longest part of the recipe. I don't allow the chili to go straight on my hands because it's spicy, and I don't want my hands to be have any sensitivity later. So I just take it and I massage the spice in there really good, just really good. Remember, I already added the salt and I let the cucumber sit for about 10 minutes. Now I'm adding the chili. And you guys, I can tell you this is really not enough chili for me, but I'm not going to overdo it because I don't want you to think because I'm just adding it on there that, you know, it'll be the same for you. If you're not like big on spice like I am, start with just a dab, maybe less than a teaspoon. And when you feel like you could take more, add a little more. So I would massage that in there. For time's sake, I'm only going to do it. That was probably less than a minute. Next, I'm going to add garlic. This is really what makes the recipe pop. And I'm wishing that I would have cut up the garlic ahead of time. I started to. So you want to cut up the garlic. So you can use about 3 cloves of garlic. Garlic is really what gives it the taste, what makes it taste really good. You can also use powdered garlic, but it is really not, I mean it'll make it taste good, but it's definitely not the same. Doesn't make it taste as, I mean it brings out the flavor more when it's raw. So, sorry, my battery's a little low. So I'm going to add that as well. After I put the garlic in there, just mix it around. The next thing I'm going to do before I add anything else is that I'm going to take the Bragg's and season my zucchini noodles. So that's probably about maybe a little bit over a teaspoon that I added. And so I'm going to let that sit for maybe, not even a minute. I'm just going to let it sit while I'm mixing the other ingredients. So then you want to take about a teaspoon of sesame oil, add it to the cucumbers. You don't even need a teaspoon, like half a teaspoon. Then you want to add like maybe a teaspoon, less than a teaspoon of maple syrup. I actually like it without the sweet. I'm going to say half a teaspoon of maple syrup because I actually do like it without the sweet. But since it's kind of Asian inspired, I know they do kind of balance their flavors, so I'm balancing mine also. Also, next I'm going to add the green onion. I already pre-chopped this, so I'm just going to pour it in here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my noodles. And I'm just going to mix that all really well. I'm just going to mix it really well. I'm realizing I forgot to bring out the black pepper, which is what you would add at the end of this dish. You can put a little black pepper on it. For me, I'm going to need a little bit more chili powder. This is probably my most favorite part of the ingredient is the chili flakes. Now, when you get this from the Asian store, you know how you buy red pepper flakes and the red pepper powder? You can kind of choose between both, kind of like what you want. I have the red pepper flakes, but some people eat the red pepper powder. I mean, they like the red pepper powder because it is a little easier. Alright, voila. I mean, it's that easy. I'm just going to grab black pepper right quick. Sorry about that. Okay. So that a little bit of that goes on at the end. And cut my avocado in half. I find that that just balances the spice pretty well. It's kind of like adding a raw butter to it. So next I'm going to rake me some out. And now I'm going to eat it. That's how it looks, how it came out. I'm going to eat it. It is so good. The thing I love about this dish, it has no MSG. You saw how I made this super quick, and it's spicy. This is so good and so super healthy. If you want, you can also add broccoli and other things if you like tomato. Me personally, I just like it with the basic. I kind of love the noodles. Well, they're actually Zoodles. It gives it a taste of like eating noodles. You're going to love this. Try it. You saw what I added. It's very easy to make. And it's healthy. And it is fairly quick to make. So until next time, have a great day.